Oh my god, how long my arm looks. So, oh my god, that's so weird. So this is my introduction to this video. My name is Amanda. I'm so glad that you're here. I have not properly introduced myself before. I'm going to be talking in this video about some practices that I feel are quite aligned with the energy of the new moon and how we can regulate our nervous systems and create a sense of inner safety within ourselves so that the bigger things in life are able to be experienced with more joy and presence and a feeling of inner safety. So I hope that this video helps you. I'm going to plait my hair. Honestly, my hair needs washed, so don't judge it, please. So I want to ask you, what does safety mean to you? What does home mean to you? I really mean this in a metaphorical sense. The home that you create is a place that you can come back to where you feel safe, where you feel nurtured, where you feel like you can rest and rejuvenate. That can also be an inner environment. So I want you to think about that as well. I thought it was a good time to talk about this because the new moon in Cancer is happening. Cancer is all about home, safety, protection, all of that stuff, home comforts. And you might actually be feeling around the time of the new moon, which is today, a need for more retreat, a need for more inner safety, for going into your shell, for reflecting. It's more of a time for reflecting than it is for outward action. Inner safety is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. A regulated, safe nervous system is one of the best things that you can cultivate that is going to get you so much more further ahead in life than any physical thing that you could do, ever you are able to do externally, is never going to reap the fullest benefit if you are not in a state of safety within yourself, aka your nervous system is not regulated. That inner safety needs to come first in order for anything stable to be built on top of it. If you're building something physically in the physical world, like a building, you wouldn't do it on a shaky foundation. The foundation has to be steady, and that is your nervous system. That is your inner safety. That is what you do to cultivate a feeling of safety within yourself. It's so important that we do this in order to just get the most out of our life. What I've found when I focus on inner safety, when I focus on making sure my nervous system is calm and safe and regulated, and I'm looking after myself in that way, I find that the stresses of life just kind of dissolve or dissipate as if they never were really real in the first place, as if they were an illusion. And me feeling safe within myself makes those things disappear. And it doesn't mean that they physically disappear. They might still be there, but I don't perceive them as a threat anymore because I'm calm within myself. So how do we get to this point? How do we get to a place where our nervous system feels stable, where we feel safe within ourselves, where we don't feel like life is knocking us over constantly? Well, the best place to start is something small, one thing, because if you're doing too much, you can actually overwhelm yourself. Even if you're doing too much of a good thing, even if you're doing something helpful, it can become overwhelming and it can also become a chore. So the happy medium for this is doing something that is calming and helps you to feel that inner safety, that you can do it enough that it helps you and not too much that it becomes a chore. So an example of this could be creating some affirmations that make you feel safe, that make you feel seen, that make you feel calm within yourself. Having a nice cup of herbal tea that you enjoy. Practice that I have been loving recently is just sitting on my in my garden or my front step at the end of the day, just looking at the sky. For some reason, looking at the sky gives me some sort of really, really calm feeling within myself. So I'll just sit and look at the sky and reflect on my day and reflect on the things that have happened to me, like what has improved for me today, who did I connect with today, what amazing things happened today that I just glossed over and that I didn't fully appreciate when they happened. And I just reflect on all of that, and I look at the sky, and this looking at the sky helps me do this. I don't know why. It helps me to feel connected to greater possibilities for some reason. I'll look at the sky, I'll do this, I'll just sit and ponder and reflect and allow those things to integrate. Or I might think of something, maybe something big happened recently, maybe I got a new job, maybe I got a new opportunity, and I'll sit and I'll think, oh my gosh, that actually happened. And I'll allow myself to just sink into the feeling of that, and it's like I'm integrating it into my system so that it can fully land. Another thing that you can do is EFT, which I'm always going to root for, and I'm going to make some videos on EFT soon, and I might actually do it right now after this. There's loads of really good ones on YouTube, on TikTok that you can look up. I like to do this at the end of the day because what I find is that when I do it before bed, I wake up feeling like I've been flushed clear of anything that was keeping me feeling stagnant. You know that feeling when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you're just holding the weight of the day before and even the week before? EFT can clear that. It's calming your nervous system and also helping you to just release everything that is no longer serving you, and also encoding in new things that are going to serve you. I also do it in the morning, but I particularly like to do it at the end of the day because it helps me to, not only does it help me to fall asleep, but it helps me to sink into a feeling of just calm and peace, and then I drift off to sleep in that feeling. After I've tapped and I'm in that nice comfy cozy calm feeling, I'll think about things that I want in my life, daydream on that as I'm falling asleep, and that is just so, and then I wake up in the morning with the feeling, all those feelings still active within me as if they have fully sunk in and integrated as I was sleeping, which is so cool. Meditation, I don't need to, I'm sure you know what that is, I'm sure I don't have to go into depth on that, but that can be just sitting with your hand on your heart, breathing into your center and just feeling your own energy and allowing your energy to land in your center. Just that alone. And remember, keep it small. And that's why I like this practice, because you're not thinking about what meditation to do, what if you should just do a guided one or whatever. You're just using your own body, using your own breath as your meditation, and you can do that anywhere, and it's not something that you have to pull out your phone for. So I really recommend that, just sitting with yourself, sitting in your heart space, breathing into your heart. I love to do this at night and in the morning. There was a period of time where I was doing this every night and every morning. When I done it at night, I get this feeling of like just my heart was opening, and it was just such a nice warm cozy feeling in my heart. And I would wake up with that feeling in my heart, and it was like my heart was like, right, okay, are we gonna do our practice again? Like it actually wanted me to do it again, and it's such a nice feeling. So I'd recommend doing that, literally just breathe into your heart, and the more you do that, the more that you'll feel it working, not that it has to work, but the more that you'll feel that you can sink into it and get something from it and actually feel the results of it and feel your heart space opening. So I think I'll leave it at that, because I don't want to bombard you with all these different things. Those are the things that I would start with. And even if you picked one thing and done it consistently for a week, once a day or twice a day, whatever feels manageable to you, honestly, doing one small action can make the world of difference. It sets you on a positive trajectory. If you do one thing, say it's like the cup of tea where you just sit and reflect, it shifts your trajectory just slightly. Since it's the Cancer new moon, it's a good time to talk about some nice cozy things like regulating our nervous systems. So remember that the more that you do this, the more you're going to be able to show up in your life for the bigger things. The more that you're able to get the small moments down, easier and the better and the more present you're going to be in the big moments. You're going to be better in them if you handle the small things first, if you make sure that you feel safe within yourself first. So